to Bengali, make her feel jolly. They're not your kids. Do you believe that, skid? You silly little mess. Your head's full of stress.
For a while, my world felt small. But then I joined the...
Oh!
Changed.
I know I shouldn't have done it. But it was only a freestyle. We're gonna hate on me for doing freestyles, are they? Fish on a mish. You know that, lad. That's what he is, he's a fish on a mission. Is there any truth about him being one of these fucking things? Because you know, the normal media don't normally put that shit out there, you know. It's very, what do they call it? Slanderous. The fact the media are putting it out there that it could be him and he's not coming forward. I'm believing his man's an adopted mother and all this now. I'm getting pure information behind the scene. I'm getting told his brothers and this are stepbrothers. His ma's adopted him as a kid. But I don't know how true this is. But you've got to admit, he's like in the dark, isn't he? Till like his first conviction that we know of. And what age is his first conviction? Do you know? Because they got a certain amount of years, them kids, didn't they? So if he's got a conviction, if he's put his pre-convictions out, you'll be able to tell straight away if it's him. Why? Because them kids got incarcerated at a certain age and they got a certain amount of time to do. So I think they had something, I don't know how many years, whatever many years it was, 10 or 12 years or something they had to do. Or something around there. So if they went to jail at 8 and they'd done 8 years before they got out, then they're 16. So if he's got a conviction for anything before that date, well then it's definitely not him. If he's got a conviction as a YP for anything, he'll have it on paper, on his pre-cons, and all he's got to do is get it out and go, look, them kids were in jail, they got jail at this age, they were in jail till this year, there's me getting arrested in fucking Runcorn, fucking magistrates for fucking robbing wheel trims off me bird's Mars car. It's not the type of thief he is. He refuses to show pics of a child too. He's probably got none. He's probably got none. Why? Because if you change your ID the way he has, you get all that gets taken from them. They get took away from the parents and everything. These fucking they can't go. Once these people have got these IDs, they cannot go near their life ever again. Is it him? No, I don't know. But I must say, look, the media don't normally jump on speculative information unless there's grounds to. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know they've come out with some bullshit, but there's always an incident with the bullshit. So when they're coming out with things like this and banging it across the paper, it's about time he done this to him. It's about time he got some of this shit. Because he's got connections in these papers, you know. Especially in the Liverpool Echo. And he can get himself in the Liverpool Echo whenever he wants, mate. Doesn't matter how bad he's being. Doesn't matter how horrendous he's being. What he'll do, he'll get a good pay. Well, he'll be mad, be horrible, be nasty, be horrible, unforgiven. But then he'll get his mate to do a nice post about him in the paper, in the Liverpool Echo, and it'll bump him back up. He does that all the time. He is what he is. Look, how can I put it without being risky with my path? Well, That freestyle in there was risky. Got through that. Don't know how the fuck I got through that. But I did. But what you need to understand in them circles of men, well, you know when you've got circles that are dominated by men, you know when you see them 10 men and they're always together and always going out and always going back to the flat by themselves, all these men, what do you think they get up to? Do you think they all just sit there drinking and getting wired off the faces, do you? Okay, if men and women went back to that gaff, what would be happening? Just because they're all the hardest kids off your road doesn't mean they're not participating in that fucking madness. You've got some of the most dangerous people that way inclined. So when you've got a little sucker like Chewbacca there, the Stalker, you can see him when he's had a rough weekend. Why, look at his mouth. Straight up, lah. For years though. Years. Years and years. I'm not lying. It's mad. There's no why would they need to lie about that? He just hasn't admitted he's that way inclined, but you can see it in him. How come you can't see it? He dyes his beard with mascara and shit. He dyes his hair and puts makeup on and gets his lips done, gets his eyebrows done, his nails manicured, pedicured. Can you not see the feminine side? No. Can you not see the fucking... What's going on there, Chewbacca? Trust me. Telling you that, it's a dirty world with all them men. It's horrendous actually. Just absolutely diabolical. So you know, years ago, you might have heard me saying a story where I've gone in this room and you got all these lads fucking abusing themselves with each other in the same room. Not touching each other, just abusing themselves. Fast forward 20 years, you know, it's advanced now. It's not just 10 lads sitting in a room watching a film over there. It's 10 lads on devil dust just going off the barnets, doing horrendous shit and not being able to look back. Stuck. Like the Stalker, but he gets rewarded, doesn't he? Gets rewarded, mate, gets looked after by his society of men. Anyone else would be calling them daddies, wouldn't he? There's loads of kids in Anfield. You see Southport, it's got loads of rich men and they pick out young lads and they'll spoil them, give them cars. All they need is that kid, when this rich man's off his barnet every other month or something, to go and chill with him while he's off his barnet and do a horrendous shift for him. Gets spoiled. $3,000 a week and that. And then the 12th week he might get called down to a fucking big mansion type house in Formby or Southport, pool and everything, and just sit there with this fucking Ming who's charged up to fuck, Chewbacca all night. Honest to God, I can name a few now, but I don't want it. I've named one, the Stalker. But there's loads of young stegheads. I'm not talking about young fragile kids here. I'm talking about lads floating around your city thinking they're fucking 10 men. The car they're driving is off daddy. The watch is off daddy. Honest, they're getting banged behind birds' backs and shit. It's a mess out there, you know, people. You need to really grasp what it's like out there, especially in that drug dealer's world. It's horrendous in there, mate. It's nasty in there. And they're in there and you can't... It's like you can't say nothing, just like you can't say nothing on a murder. Just like you can't say nothing on a stash in that girl's house. You know, if that girl's getting fucking... Or that boy's getting whatever, you can't say nothing. Why? Because you're in that criminal fraternity, you're in that space. You got to turn a blind eye to all sorts of shit in there. Yes, Jamie, so don't think it doesn't happen, people, because it does. It's rife in every city. Well, you know. You know. Look at the girls that's getting abused under your noses. You know what started that off? Gangsters. Drug dealers. Drug dealers started that shit off. Doesn't matter what area you're in. So in the South End, I can start just look. I've spoke about it all. Spoke about it all. I don't need to be on repeating it all the time, do I? But when I've spoke on things and I'm naming shit and I'm saying shit, I am not lying. I'm not here hating. I speak on rats that are targeting me. That's all. You target me, I'm targeting fucking you. You speak about me, I'll speak about you. It's scary, says Paul. It is very scary. Why? Because there's loads of girls and boys falling into the trap of them parties. If your girl's beautiful, if your daughter's 19, 20, beautiful, depending on what sunbed shop she goes to, depending on who she gets introduced to, basically. Whatever beauty parlour your daughter's going to depends on what gangster's mall your daughter's getting introduced to. And if that gangster's mall's in with these fucking wrong'uns, well then your daughter becomes, oh, would you like to work? Like a part-time job? Oh, the work team's going out. Do you want to come? Oh, it's my first time, I've never been. It's alright, ask your mum, you'll be with us, everything will be fine. You go out, you go to the after party, everyone's nice, everyone's treating you well, comes to a certain time, come on, you've got to go now. Everyone's staying, but you've got to go now. You get off, you come in the next day, next time you're like, did you have a good time? Yeah, it was great, I loved it. When the next time we're going, we'll take you with us. There you go, a few times, bit more drink. One man courting you, every time you go, you're alright, how are you? Because you're getting familiar with them, you're feeling comfortable around them. Gives you a drink. You don't know what's in the drink, but they do. So do the women that's brought you there. They know exactly what's in the drink. Why? Because they were victims before they started victimising younger girls, basically. Slip the drink in, you go a little bit dizzy, go in the room, boom, my man goes to you, his mate goes to you, another mate goes to you, you wake up feeling in a mess downstairs, feeling all scatty. The woman that's got you there a month or two before you're working for comes right in. It's alright, don't worry. Nothing happened to you, it's just off the drink and all this. And they'll reassure you, and your boyfriend will be there to reassure you, know, the man you're spending your party time with when you're there, even though you think he's never going to touch you. And you start there. That's where you start. And then if you don't, like, what happens is you get used to the hours work. You get used to being one of the girls. You get used to being part of the crowd. You get used to everyone being kind and pleasant to you. You get used to being in the cars, these nice things, getting wages. Everything's, you're feeling great. Why? Because you're getting all this attention off everyone. So you continue to go on this little thing and you go to the next party and you're with my man, you're getting more familiar now, you're broken in a little bit, they've all been conditioning you for a while. Now you go and you're a bit more loose with it. Now you're drinking more, you're feeling relaxed now, my man. You're going in rooms with my man and having coke with him on the sly and shit. So you're getting worse at what you're doing now. And then you fucking boom, again, drink, doom, steamroll, anyone, everyone, boom, boom, whoever's paying gets in. Could be a counsellor, could be a doctor, could be something from Pakistan, could be something from Nigeria, whatever. If they're connected in the criminal world, they're going through you. And the same with the young lads. Same with young lads. Stocky young lads. Used to have something about them. Get with us, lads. In with the boys. Stalker. Exactly that. In with the boys, in with these, yeah, everyone's talking about him around the city, don't go near him, he's with the boys, way. Gets these parties on the sniff, after that lad, boom, 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 boom. Can't do shit. Nothing. Take it. Shut up. He's not sure. But he knows, but he's not sure. Like, he's being reassured, so he's sucking mad, lads. But eventually, it's too late. You know now, but you're smack bang in the fucking mix. You know, this is your duty now. And if you can't do it, you need to go to a party or a club or somewhere else and get with a kid and just get him back. So what you've had in the city of Liverpool, quite a lot over the last 15, 20 years, is a lot of young lads being found at the side of blocks and bottom of hotels and behind hotels and in parks, just lying OD'd. That's what they're saying. Because the shit they feed them goes out the system within like 24 hours, so they can't tell whether they've been drugged off it. So they're finding all these kids ruined. But they say they're that way inclined, and that's why there's damage down there. So look, you know, if your boy is a gay or your boy is straight, they go through life and live the life. Now say they get to 30 years old or 35 years old and they die, they'll do an autopsy. Now these boys, it'll come back like they've been fucking exactly that. That's what it'll come back like. The trauma, the rips, all this shit will say to them, he was fucking, or he was that way inclined. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So when these lads are getting found, they're doing autopsies, they're looking and they're going, wow. But then the parents are going, oh, he was homosexual. So that's it, case closed. That's what's happening in loads of cities, not just Liverpool. It happens in Manchester more. Why? Because it's heavy in Manchester, mate. Heavy. Anywhere where there's like a heavy population of that type of man, you've got serious damage happening to boys. You're just not hearing about it. It's a dirty, sneaky world, isn't it? Dirty, sneaky world, mate. So you got Chewbacca the Stalker. That's why he's always, you know, he's in mad circles. He's in mad circles. He's got involved in mad group things, and you go on certain internet sites and shit like that, and you participate in these mad things. And you've got like gangsters and debt collectors and juice heads, some bedded up to fuck with all tattoos, and the birds are the same fit as fuck tattoos, but they're dirty and perverted to fuck. And they'll have all little fitties and that coming, all juice heads and coke heads, all going to these gaffs and doing these mad things, sharing birds and watching men women will be watching the fella getting fucking ruined by next man and all this shit. I don't know why you don't think it doesn't happen. It's fucking rife in Liverpool. Rife. I've told you about it. I've told you that runs the parties and all that. I blew the gaff and the Stalker got jogged on. But while he was round them, he's obviously chewed back at a few fucking important people, and they keep him relevant, don't they? So in them parties, you'll have journalists, you'll have people on broadcasting, you'll have all judges, solicitors, drug dealers, firemen, policemen, ambulance staff, all in the same fucking gaff. All high-ranking ones, like, you won't get a little ambulance driver, but you'll get a doctor. Do you understand what I'm saying? You won't get a bin man working for the council, but you'll get an MP like Joe Anderson. Major cover up in Liverpool, mate. Major though. And I'm not chatting shit, you know. I'm a one-man band. I'm screaming about shit that no one's willing to scream about. That's why it's probably hard to believe. Why? Because no one else backs it. But I've got like receipts that confirm what I've been saying for years. And that's what happens. Shit comes out years later and it just confirms what I was saying years before. So we'll just keep them. So everything I've just said there about these parties happening, about them using this fucking fluid, about the Stalker being involved with it years ago, and these girls, there was girls and people like the Stalker. Majority of them were wave-heads that were doing it, or they lived in Wavertree and Lark Lane. You know, what's that posh street what they all love up them ends, Lark Hill or something. It's that community. All them fucking, it's all them DMT smokers and that. Fuck they are, mate. Is it Lark Lane, is it? One where he thinks posh. Some of the worst gangsters in the city there. The birds have all got businesses on the road and that. Yes, Viv. It's the one Kieran, that. Greeny. Paul. You got to think about the billions of pounds that's made through drugs in Liverpool. In Liverpool. Not all of it goes out the country. A lot of it gets put into property. Most of it gets put into property and cars. How many car centres around Liverpool over the last like 30 years have you seen shut down through money laundering? How many sunbed gaffs did you see pop up out of nowhere? That's all they was. They were all money laundering ventures back in the day. They probably still are now, to be honest. Doesn't matter how good they look, just more money in the game. That's all it is. Most of them beauty parlours now with the gangsters mall owning it, it's laundered. They've just not been nicked. Yet. Like they have the little phases, don't they? Organised crime. Boxing's the major thing in this country for organised crime, money laundering. And they just do it by the fights. So look, I'll set up a boxing company. I've got links already, so I'll set this company up. I'll get some half-decent fighters and just go, come here. Sign them. Then I'll make sure, because I've got links, I'm getting these fights which just elevating them. Bam, 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 title fight. So them fighters that you've seen in 18 months go and get put in a title spot, they're laundering dough for someone. They mightn't understand it, but they are. So now I'm this boxing promoter. I've got these 3 fighters. I've got me links. Got refs scared. I'm getting results. 18 months later, I've got 2 of my fights going in for a title fight. Now we've got some Saudis who are in on it. And these Saudis are offering this 80 million for this fight with these 2. 80 million, you know. Then fighters get the purse and then get $1 million off it. The rest will go through some banking process and end up at the back with me. It'll end up with me down there. So now now my mates are linked with the Saudi. They can go to the Saudi. There's $500 million cash there, mate. Just give us 200 million on 2 Tyson fights. Nice one. Now, yeah, they'd give half a bill there, 500 million. But they just cleaned it and got 200 million at the end of it. What? On Tyson Fury? That's how the Kinahams have done it. So when you've got Kell Brook getting title fights, Jerry Matthews getting them title fights, do you understand where I'm coming from now? Smith getting them title fights, the Canelos and shit. Fury getting all them big multi-million pound title fights back to back, boom, 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 in one hint. You know how much was laundered there? Why are they doing the fights over there? It's easier to launder the dough. Why? Because it's not going through the tax system over here. And that's what they're doing, basically. How are you, Lindsay? You good? Hey, Joe Tipton from Blackpool. That's what boxing is. Can you see it? Can you not see what they do there, no? Not all of them are bang at it, but anyone that was related. Yeah, you see Darren Till? He was the same. There's only one reason Darren Till was in the UFC, and it was because of Daniel Kinahan. That's it. There's only one reason McGregor got to where he got to, and it was because of Daniel Kinahan. There's only one reason why Fury got to where he got to, and it was because of Daniel Kinahan. There's only one reason why Joey Saunders got the fights he got. It was because of Daniel Kinahan. On the back of every one of them fighters, there was millions of pounds laundered. This isn't me hating, this is just fact. Them fighters mightn't know it. They might just be on a money thing, they mightn't have a clue. You'll have some who fully understood what the fuck they're doing, but others didn't. Even them kids from like Scotland and that. Listen, any fighter under NTK Global, you seen them get treated different from every other stable, didn't you? Didn't you? Every other stable that were in MTK got treated different. The fighters there were getting, that's what they done, come in with the drug money, landed in Liverpool, had a look at every fucking gym, spotted every decent fighter, and just went in there and went, money they couldn't say no to, and just went, you, come out of that gym, get in this, you. Just destroy gyms and relationships like that. Money. Took all these boxers who they had plans for, but they also seen the boxer who they've got plans for. They knew his competition in the division. So what they do is go around the corner and get this fighter as well. So now they've got this fighter who they've got intentions for, and they know this fighter will ruin the intentions they've got for him, money laundering, prospecting. So what they'll do, they'll get this fighter, give him a large lump of dough, but then mute him. Won't put him into fights. If they put him into fights, they put him into risky fights. Do you get what I'm saying? They halt his progress and give him the opportunity to go and get to these title fights so they can put millions on it. So you see that Canelo and that Crawford fight there, that was like £1 billion money laundering project. You know when you've got Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, and you've got a billionaire putting £200 million on Jake Paul to win that match, and Jake Paul wins that match, knowing that's like inside shares. It's like inside fixing. Look, if I had £10 million there, and this link came to me and said, definite, he's winning Tyson tonight, definite, I'm going to put my million on it. It doesn't matter if you don't get 200 grand back. But if I've got 100 million and I'm putting 100 million, I'm getting 50 mil back. I'm getting 20 mil back. It's big money there. So when you've got the likes of these Drakes and these other people, and you're watching all these events, so look, they're putting their own events on to do it now. Misfits is that. You see this kick event that kid's name set up. He's got people fighting and he's gambling on his own fights. So he's got a better gauge on who's going to win here. It's like UFC. Dana White, he's putting fights on, but in the whole thing, he'll put a cert. So you might have 12 fights on in the next UFC, and if you look at the card, you will see a guaranteed certain win. Or loss, whatever you want to fucking do it. So you can put the fighter to lose or put a fighter to win, can't you? Put it both ways if you want to, couldn't you? Make it look okay. But you understand what I'm saying? So Dana White will go, yeah, this fight, put everything you want on it. Probably sort of take the loss. But he wins and all them get the dough legit through whatever betting scambling they've done. So if I'm a naughty criminal with $1 million in crypto, and I've been given a link to say this fight's a cert, and I can just put my crypto on it and get everything back legit and just slam it in a bank. Anyway, leave them all to it. Why? Because while they're chasing the money, they're not chasing connection to eternal life, are they? They're not seeking Christ. They're not working on the inside. And your death comes. Your consciousness is locked out here. It's locked out. You're stuck here. You're a lost soul. You're here then. That's it. This is you eternal. But you're not in a good place. You're down. Yes, sweet pea. But if you're inside, if you're in there, it's massive. You're on one inside. I'm sat here now speaking to you out here, but it's like a voice box, it's like a recording. I'm there on a missing list. I'm searching in there. Now what happens, because I'm in there and my conscious being is inside in the universe, because that's where the universe is, inside. Because I'm in there, if someone comes round the corner now and blasts me, I'm sweet. Why? Because I'm in there. I'm just floating through to the next one. But if my mind was on this watch and this stack of dough and this thing and this thing and this thing, and my conscious being's locked into these materials, that kid comes round the corner, bang, my vessel drops, but my conscious being is not in. It's here, stuck already here. So you're just trapped in this life forever. That's just my theory, and I believe it's I think it's bang on, to be honest with you. If your conscious being is locked into the bullshit out here, when your body drops, you're locked in there. If you're inside and your body drops, you're on your process, you're going to where you're meant to go. So keep your conscious being within. Don't get caught up in all this bullshit. I'm not saying don't have nice materials. You can have nice materials, but they can be cheap. Don't let it run your life. If money's running your life, you're fucked. Why? Because your conscious being's out here chasing it. everything you're doing, seeking dough, seeking connection, seeking this, it's all out here. Car, watches, toy, bam. You need to spend time inside so you can do both. When you start off, you can only do one or the other. So look, you're out here, you're leading a materialistic life, you're full of materialistic fucking ideas, you're fucked basically. When you go in and when you decide to repair yourself, correct your ways, correct your thinking, correct how you think, all this stuff, your morals, you go in and leave outside. And that's the two you can choose from. When you decide to go in on yourself, you go in on yourself first and foremost. You cut yourself off, and then you bring yourself out the dark place and go in there, and then you go back in there and leave this, and then swap and change when you want. But the more you do it, the more you get to know yourself, the more you get to understand yourself. It becomes a duality. So now you're out here, but you're in there. So it's not a thing of I'm out here now. Now I need to go in to repair myself. Now it's I'm sat here, but I'm still repairing myself as I speak to you. That's what it's like. As you continue to do it, it becomes like a duality thing. The process becomes one. It's like your outer force becomes more in touch with your inner force, and it's like you're synced and you're working in tandem. Get to that place. Took me years to get here. My process started with grief. In 2018, that's when my process started. 17th of March 2018 is when my process started, my spiritual journey. And here I am now, like, what is it? Nearly 9 years later. And what have you seen me doing? Use people that have watched me for them. Some of you have watched me for nearly 9 years, you know. Well, it's not 9 years, it's 7. It's 9 years since I got out of jail. Some of you have been watching me for 7 years. Some of you have been watching me since a kid. I've got women that watch me who remember me when I was a kid. Mad, isn't it? You've been watching me for 7 years. But you will have seen me, won't you, getting attacked. Everything coming at me. But you've never seen me give up, have you? You've always seen me come back. You've always seen me get back. You've always seen me get back to where I should be. That's the process. As I say, mate, you've got two worlds. What you want to do is align them. You've got your outside world and your inside world. The only way you repair that shit is by getting rid of the shite in between it all. Clean your energy. Clean your feelings. Be considerate. Do perspective thinking. Think forward. Think in the moment. Every moment is a step forward. It is. There's no such thing as the past. Why? It's there with you now. It's present in it. Do you know how big you are inside? Do you know how big you are inside? You obviously don't. Let me explain it to you. So you're 40, let's say, or 20, or 36. How much shit have you gone through? Where is it all? Where is it all? Inside. Now, if your body's that small, how can it keep all that shit in there? But no. How are you, Kathy? Am I making sense to you? Everything you've experienced, everything you've went through, good, bad, ugly, everything, every relationship, every traumatic dilemma, every loss, every accident, every dirty meal you ate and made yourself sick, everything is right within you now where you're sat. It's not on a bag right down there in the locker. It's not up there in the skies. It's in you where you're sat right now. That's why the past is the present and the present is the future. Well, that's how I think. If a lot of you talk like me, you probably have a more simplistic way of thinking. I'm a back to the basics way of thinking, me. I go to the seed of the problem. Don't beat round the bush. Look, I'm no big advocate. I'm no big life skills person. I'm no big fucking whatever for you to sit there and consider my advice as real and valuable. But I'm begging yous all. I'm literally reaching out and telling you to go in on yourself. You need company in there. Seek Christ. It's a dark, vast place. But you'll see the light. Follow the light. Trust me. Go in on yourself. It's fucking dark. You'll see the light. Follow it. You'll understand what I mean when you go in.